So I'm going to be going through 4 budget travel hacks that have allowed my husband and I to travel to 10 different countries since last year. So if you're new here, dropping number 1, welcome, welcome. If you are brand new, if you have never been in any of my lives before, I almost said last week. Last year, my husband and I left the US to live abroad as digital nomads. So a digital nomad is somebody who works and travels. They're not like, we don't just like go to like one place and stay, like we move around. Okay, Pusha. Stop Black Femicide. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, last year we left February 4th, 2024. We got on a one-way flight to Brazil. After Brazil, we also went to Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, and Mexico. Currently in Colombia again, because I love Colombia. My 3rd time here. I will probably be coming to Medellin for the rest of my life. Absolutely love it here. And yeah, I started sharing my journey and like people started asking me a bunch of questions. Like, Mickey, I'm not gonna lie, I get triggered whenever people say I'm living their dream because I'm like, no, I'm living the life that I built for myself. Make your dream a reality, Mickey. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? That we left last year back in Medellin. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. My bad, y'all. But yeah, we left last year, February. So since last year, we've been in 10 different countries. Like I said, 3rd time here in Medellin, Colombia. Being a digital nomad, like everything else, it has its ups and downs. It's not a perfect journey. So Mickey, what you mean you got your own dream? Come on, Ecuador. Ecuador is 100% on my travel list. I almost went there a couple months ago to do a house sit, but it ended up not working out with the dates. But I would love to visit Ecuador. I've heard really, really cool things. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. So yeah, I started sharing my journey and then people started asking me like a bunch of questions like, hey, can you share more? What does this life look like? What is the behind the scenes? I do a lot more behind the scenes on IG and my stories, but I be trying to put stories on here too, but honestly, it just, yeah. But anyway, one of the reasons that my husband and I have been able to afford to travel to so many of these countries is because we have mastered traveling on a budget. So I tell people, hello, Alyssa, thank you so much. I tell people all the time that travel is a skill. Budget travel is a skill. And listen, not everybody needs to travel on a budget. I'm not mad at you, okay? There are people out there who are like, oh no, I'm not traveling on a budget. Whenever I travel, I go all out, and I love that for them. Listen, that's a goal, baby. I'm coming for that, okay? But as of right now, your girl is a budget traveler. So I share hacks on, how to get the best deals on flights and accommodations, different ways to keep your trip on the low, right? So you can travel without feeling like you are going to break the bank, because so many people don't even try to travel because they just assume it's going to be too expensive. Thank you, Alyssa. They just assume it's going to be too expensive. And I be trying to tell people, like, how do y'all know? Okay, like I literally saw a flight to, was it Paris yesterday in my inbox for, it was less than $100. And I'm like, y'all, oh, damn. I'm glad y'all sent me a reminder because I definitely forgot about that. Most reminders I get in my email, I'll be like, shut up. Ain't nobody forget. And then like today, I'll be like, I 100% forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Nonstop New York to Paris, $104 one way. So, what we talking about? Okay. What are we talking about? And that's just, ooh, sorry. Now I'm over here looking at travel deals. But anyway, thank you, Alyssa. Once you get over to Europe, flights can be so much cheaper. Yeah, Europe, in my experience, Europe and Asia, both of them, they're a lot easier to travel. To Europe even more because Europe, they have a lot more like train options. But even when we were in Asia, like we were flying to different countries for like, I think we flew from Thailand to Vietnam for like $100 something. So yeah, it's once, what the? Let me, I'm getting too distracted. But for a lot of places, like once you get over to the continent, you can absolutely have like a multi-city, multi-country trip. I flew from Panama to Colombia for $150. Y'all, I'm telling you, the travel hacks are there, okay? The travel hacks are there. You just need to learn them, okay? And for those of you who do want to learn the travel hacks, my budget travel masterclass is called Abroad on a Budget. Insider hacks for affordable international travel. It is at the link in my bio for anybody who wants to grab that. So if you want to get the blueprint on all things travel on a budget, so you can stop saying that travel is too expensive, then yeah, I run and grab it because I drop all the tea in the masterclass. And for anybody who gets the masterclass, you get free updates for life. Let me know in the comments. I'm just very curious. How many countries have y'all been to outside of the US? Drop your number in the comments. There's no shade. There's no shame. Everybody starts with 0, right? Everybody starts at 0 and you have to work your way up. Like there is nothing to be ashamed of, but I'm just always curious to know. So let me see in the comments. Outside of the US, how many countries have y'all been to? And how many would you like to go to before your time in this earthly realm expires? Okay, I see Spade says 3. Which countries have you been to? I love knowing what other people been at. Okay, I see a 3, I see a 4. 1, but I don't count because it's Canada. Canada counts, okay? Canada counts. I want to go to so many. I've only been to Paraguay. Oh, cool. I've never been to Paraguay. All over the Caribbean and like 3 others outside of that. I want to do more in the Caribbean. That's one of the cool things about travel. Is like, y'all, we live on a massive planet. Like there's so much to see, okay? I'm trying to move to Costa Rica. Oh, is Costa Rica one of the places that you've been, Stephanie? There's so many countries out there. And, a good problem to have is like, oh, well, do I go back? Or, do I go somewhere new? I have always been team, like, I'm going somewhere new. But here I am in Colombia for the 3rd time. So I feel like I'm being reformed now. Canada, Mexico, Jamaica, the Bahamas. Okay, Caribbean. I'm obsessed with the place. Yeah, Costa Rica is in my top 5 places. I mean, like, I loved Costa Rica as well. Besides Mexico and Europe, my goal is to visit Peru, Colombia, Guatemala, and El Salvador. But shit, you could knock out. Hell, you could do Guatemala and El Salvador probably in the same trip. You could probably do Peru. The first time I went to Colombia last year in 2019. The first time I went to Colombia in 2019, I actually went there from Peru. I need to get a map and start putting pins in it. I know I've been wanting to do that. That's one of the things I miss. Like, don't get me wrong, like, being a digital nomad is cool. I love this life, but like, honestly, y'all, like, I miss like having a home. Like, I would love to do like somebody actually bought me that as a gift. They got me like a little map. And it's somewhere in like my storage unit because I'm like, I can't travel with that, but I love doing that. I've been to over 60 countries. Yes, more than once, 34 states in the USA and 21 in Mexico. Come on, Ripton. I'm crazy about Brazilian and I can't pronounce that word. Is that a country? I love Brazil as well. Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Turkey, and one day China. I love all of these. Come on, y'all. See, I'm talking to my people on here. I'm talking to the globe trotters, and I am here for it. Y'all, it's a big, beautiful planet out here, okay? Go see it. Go see it. All right. So let me go ahead and get into the Abroad on a Budget Masterclass. For those of you who are just now joining, the masterclass it's at the link in my bio. I actually moved it up to the top just to make it easier for those of you who want to have the complete blueprint of how to plan your entire trip on a budget. I'm talking flights, accommodations, food, experiences, excursions, all the things, okay? I even teach you how to keep your entire trip under $1,000. 3 different ways that you can do it. All of this is in my Budget Travel Masterclass, which is at the link in my bio. So in the masterclass, by the way, the masterclass is already done, y'all. It's pre-recorded. Once you make the investment, you already have it. It's literally a $47 investment to show you how to make thousands of dollars, save thousands of dollars in travel for the rest of your life. It is 55 slides, okay? 55 slides packed with information on how you can start traveling so you can stop thinking that you cannot afford it. I launched my first ebook so I can start bringing in more money. Yes, because I'm trying to budget but live. Come on, Jazz Nicole. What is your ebook about? You better let us know. Shit, you might be able to help somebody out here. Yeah, what's your ebook about? That's dope. Y'all know I love talking about travel, but y'all know I also love talking about money. Y'all know I also love talking about entrepreneurship, okay? Like, I teach people how to travel. I talk about how to live abroad, but I also teach people how to make more money, okay? I have a resource in my bio also. It's called the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist for anybody who wants to learn how to make more money, okay? I have remote job resources in there, but it's primarily about people who want to learn how to make money outside of a job so you can stop depending on a job for money. Moon Magic, okay! For the spiritual girlies, I love this. I'm a spiritual girly, so I am here for it. I'm here for it. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Okay, so getting into the masterclass, it is, like I said, it is 55 slides. It's almost like 90 minutes. It's already pre-recorded. Like I said, once you have the class, it's yours. And we kick off the class talking about mindset, because a lot of people are not telling you on this app that you can have all the travel hacks in the world, but if your mindset is not in a place that is actually supportive to what it is you're trying to achieve in life, it does not matter. If you continue to every year, if you continue to say, I'm going to book a trip, y'all, it's September. Some of y'all said that this was going to be the year that you took your first trip abroad. You said this is going to be the year that you took your first solo trip. Maybe you haven't been out of the country in 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. Maybe you've only done a cruise and now you want to do like a more like local trip, okay? Y'all, it is not too late to book a trip in 2025. I want to make sure you know this, because I feel like this is the type of year where people like to start only thinking about next year. Y'all, we still have 4 entire months, okay? 4 months. Learn how to travel on a budget. Learn the skill of budget travel. I show you how to do it in my masterclass. It's in the link in my bio. For those of you who are for real, you're like, Bianca, I want to book a trip this year. I want to book a trip this year, okay? Y'all, 4 months. You still have 4 months. And I told you in the class, I show you 3 different ways to keep your entire trip under $1,000, on top of how to get stupid cheap flight deals, how to never pay full price for Airbnb, how to know what other people are paying for hotels so you can stop being bamboozled. Y'all, everything you need to know is in the masterclass. It is a one-time $47 investment, and then for the rest of your life, you have the skill of budget travel, okay? I used to constantly overpay. I overpaid for flights, for hotels, Airbnbs for so long because I just didn't know. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I felt like I've lived like 7 different lives in terms of careers, okay? My entrepreneurial career started off as a social media consultant. I've done healthy lifestyle coaching. I taught people how to pay down credit card debt. I taught people how to invest in stocks. Now I'm teaching travel. I teach making money online. I teach living abroad. I really like to look at myself as the plug, because what I learned early on is that so many people, especially people like me, people who grew up black and broke, not knowing anything about what, the people at the top are doing and feeling like we are stuck. Y'all, we're not stuck. We're just not taking action. We are not stuck. You're just not spending your time, your energy, your money in the right places. Like, you really got to ask yourself. Some people be in my comments like, oh, Bianca, I want to travel, but I don't have the money. And I'm like, let's see the receipts. Let's see the bank statements. Oh, you went to brunch every Saturday in August? Oh, okay. Oh, you went to the ABC store 3 times a week? Oh, okay. Oh, I see that cash out to your loud man. Oh, you went to the dispensary? Okay. Listen, I'm not here to judge nobody. It's your money. You do what you want to do with it. But here's what I'm going to encourage you to do, okay? Stop saying you cannot afford to travel, and start being honest and being like, I have not made travel a priority. Because when you say that, it's a completely different shift. When you say that, you are holding yourself accountable. Y'all, accountability, it's not a sexy word. Okay, I want to be honest with you. It's not. Accountability is not a sexy word, but I'm telling you, y'all, accountability is so empowering. It's not about blaming yourself. It's not about judging yourself. It's about taking your life into your own hands, okay? People look at me like, oh my God, she's traveled to all these countries and she lives abroad and she makes money online. She has all these different streams of income. And I'm like, yeah, because I taught myself these things. I taught myself how to do these things. Like, I am a well-traveled, I'm a seasoned traveler now, but I started at ground zero. Like, I literally remember being, I remember booking my, my first flight out of Period Jazz. I remember booking my first flight, and this was for work. This was in 2016. And I was going to have a layover in London. Y'all, I didn't really know anything about layovers. I didn't know how that stuff worked. And then I was like, how am I going to get to the airport if I don't speak the language? And literally, like, the travel agent person who was helping me, she was like, they speak English in England. And I was like, I had no idea. I was ignorant as hell, okay? And I'm humble. There's still so much I haven't seen and that I haven't learned. But my point is, we all have to start at ground zero. And it all starts with mindset. So, y'all, in the masterclass, I'm thirsty. In the masterclass, we kick it off with mindset. Yes, I do give you a shit ton of travel hacks, but it's not just about the travel hacks. It's about getting to a place mentally where you know this is possible for you. It's about getting to a place where you trust yourself, where you're like, okay, yes, there are some unknown things. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but I'm going to go. It's about getting to a place where you move from only saving the videos of everybody else traveling and you start making your own videos, okay? Whether they're for, you don't even gotta post them, okay? It's not about making videos for anybody else, but I'm saying creating your own memories, okay? Drop the word yes in the comments if you know you got hella travel videos saved. Drop the word yes in the comments if you've been saying for years, I want to go to Thailand, I want to go to Portugal, I want to go to China, I want to go to Mexico, I want to go to Jamaica. Like, y'all, time is not waiting on anybody. You got to live your life now. People be in my comments asking me about retirement. I'm like, do not come in my comments asking me about retirement. I don't give a shit about retirement. I am living my life right now. Okay. And when I say I don't care about retirement, I'm not saying like, oh, it's a bad thing for you to prepare for retirement. And listen, I've been investing in stocks since I was 18 years old. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Not since I was 18 years old, since 2018. How old was I then? I don't know. I'm 32 now. You do the math. Okay. I've been investing in stocks since 2018. So as far as like investing for my future, sure. But these people out here like, oh yeah, I'm going to retire, then I'm going to travel. How do you know you even make it into retirement? Or that whenever you get to retirement, you're going to actually have the physical energy. Y'all, trust me, I've been to 24 different countries. I've traveled. I've met travelers of all ages, shape, colors, sizes, all of it, okay? And don't get me wrong, I think it's so dope and so cool and so beautiful whenever I see an older couple traveling, but I also see that they're limited. There are certain things they can't do or they won't do simply because of their age, because now they're older and they're just not physically capable of doing certain things. Y'all, age is coming for all of us. That's it. You get older or you die. Like that, it's one or two. I don't care how many anti-aging things you see out here. Live your life for right now, okay? Get out of this mindset of saying that travel is too expensive and start learning the travel hacks, because a lot of these people who y'all see traveling, unless it's like an influencer doing like a brand partnership, or I mean, unless you follow somebody and you just happen to know like, yes, these people are actually like rich. Y'all, a lot of these people who you see traveling, it's because they have learned how to travel on a budget. They have learned the skill of travel. Come on, passport appointment. I am here for it. Thank y'all for the hearts. So yeah, so we kick off the masterclass talking about mindset, helping you push through, helping you push through those limiting beliefs, helping you reframe your mindset and learn how to start trusting yourself, how to actually go from vision to action and start taking the leap. I've been in a lot of places, but the world is so big. Okay, period. Definitely travel now. Credit card points have unlocked the game for me. Yeah, that's another option as well. I talk about points in the masterclass as well. Y'all, the cool thing about points is you can absolutely rack up on credit card points, but you don't even need credit cards to rack up on points. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, there are travel hacks that would have your jaw on the floor. I know for a fact because they had my jaw on the floor. Most of the travel hacks that I learned started last year. So y'all went to 9 different countries last year, okay? I'm telling you, the reason my husband and I were able to afford this is because we learned so many different travel hacks. Learn how to do these things. It's a fun skill to learn. It's a fun hobby to have. And the thing is, the more you travel, the more you learn. And listen, once you start traveling, ain't no stopping, baby, okay? Travel is part of who I am. Travel is part of my identity. Like I'm not separate from travel. Like there's never going to be like a point in my life where I'm just like, oh yeah, well, like I used to travel. Travel is part of who I am now. But this was not the case. As somebody who grew up in a household, y'all, lower middle class, grew up in a household where sometimes I came home and the lights were off. Grew up in a household where everybody had cable. Everybody was talking about the latest episode of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and That's So Raven, and I was pretending that I saw it because our cable was off and I was embarrassed. Okay, travel for me growing up was going to the next state, okay? From North Carolina to Virginia. And that was when we could even afford to go to Virginia. I didn't grow up with money, and that's why I don't be trying to hear nobody excuses. Like, people love to be in my DMs and my comments for all the reasons why I was going to go here. But, baby, first of all, you ain't got nothing to explain to me. This is your life, okay? Thank you so much. You have nothing to explain to me. This is your life. But what I'm telling you is for the people who are serious. Drop the words yes in the comments if you are serious about seeing more of this big, beautiful planet before your time in this earthly realm expires. Never left the country, but I'm determined to be in Europe in January. Come on, Jazz. I'm here for it. Y'all, there's a girl who sent me, she wrote me on Instagram and she was like, She was like, Bianca, there's this retreat that I want to go to in Bali. She's like, I have never left the U.S. and I put down my deposit. She's like, I don't even have my passport yet, but I put down my deposit because I've been watching your journey. Y'all, I'm telling you, that is the stuff that really just like lights me up. Like, I go live to show people that I am a real person. Like, people look at people online like, oh, they're a content creator, or they have this many followers, or they've been in this many countries. Y'all, I'm a regular ass girl, born and raised in North Carolina, in a city that didn't even have a fucking Chipotle. Like, Chipotle, they got Chipotle now. Wilmington's on the come up now, okay? We had the beach. Don't get me wrong, we had the beach, but one TJ Maxx. And yet, I have now traveled to 24 countries, okay? I'm about to get into the first hack for how I've been able to do this. And this is something, y'all, I have not seen anybody. I follow a lot of travel people, and no shade to the other travel creators, because listen, I'm here for it, okay? I love supporting other travel creators. I follow a shit ton of travel creators, but I don't know why nobody is not talking about this one budget travel hack, okay? Drop the word ready in the comments if you're ready for the first one. I'm supposed to be off of here in 3 minutes, and I haven't even gotten to the first hack. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Okay. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Okay, y'all. The first budget travel hack that I do not hear enough people talking about is to have a bank account specifically for travel. Everybody, well, how do you get a cheap flight deal? What does it matter? You ain't got the money to book it. I say this with love. What are you so worried about? How do I get a $400 flight to Europe? Do you have $400 right now? Because I can send to your inbox. Some of y'all who are already on my email list, you actually are going to get it in your inbox, because on Tuesdays I send out flight deals. Y'all, do you have $400 to book a flight to Europe right now? If you don't, I am not judging you. Listen, I told y'all, I am humble. I grew up black and broke, okay? Like, I get it. This is why I started a bank account specifically for travel, for 2 reasons. Number one, mindset. Oh, look, that pops up again. Mindset. Y'all, you have to train your brain. Your brain does not even know the difference between reality and imagination. You know that, right? You know that, right? You do know that, like, your brain has all these neural pathways that can be refigured, okay? You can change the way your brain works. You can literally change your brain chemistry. Stop saying you can't afford to travel. Get yourself a bank account specifically for travel. If you already have one, like you have an extra bank account you're not really using, great. I use one called Opportune because it automatically saves money for you. Y'all, I don't care if you only got $20 to put into that account right now. Put it in there. I don't care if you're like, put it in there and put money in there consistently. I don't care if right now you're like, Bianca, I can only put like $10 a week in there. Then put $10 a week in there. But I need you to start showing your brain how serious you are about being a global traveler. I ain't talking about domestic, y'all. Some people be here and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to Vegas. I don't care. Like, I do not care. Like, I am not talking about Vegas, Miami, Atlanta. I don't care. I'm talking about the people who want to get the F out of the United States and experience other cultures. I'm talking to the people who want to have international experiences. I'm talking about the people who want some culture shock. Drop the word culture in the comments if you want some culture shock. Y'all, culture shock is a great thing. Culture shock is amazing because culture shock makes you realize that the sun does not rise and set on the ass of the United States, despite what United States culture will have us thinking, okay? I'm talking to the people who want to experience other cultures, the people who want to try different foods, the people who are open-minded. They want to meet new people. They want to go and hang out with locals. You want to see how people on the other side of the world live, okay? I'm not just talking to anybody, y'all. I'm not just talking to the people who just want to go to Bali because they want to take a photo on the swing. I'm talking to the people who want to be immersed in another culture. Y'all, the first reason why you need to have a bank account specifically for travel is for your mindset. The second reason is because whenever you come across a bomb-ass flight deal, you need the money to take advantage. Thank you, Miss Trinity. I am humble enough to admit I have wanted to punch myself in the face because I have missed out on flight deals because I didn't have the money. Mad, pissed off at my damn self. Y'all, thank you so much, Miss Trinity. You don't know. You don't know when. It don't even got to be a flight deal. I was on live yesterday and I was telling people about this group that I'm in. This guy hosts group trips. He's doing a group trip to Morocco. Y'all, last minute, somebody dropped. He said, I got an open seat. He said, all you got to do is get your flight there. Everything else is covered. You just got to get to Morocco. But some of y'all ain't even got a passport yet. How the hell you manifesting a life of travel and you ain't got your passport yet? Y'all, make that passport appointment. Travel.state.gov. Make that passport appointment. Start manifesting this life that you want to live. Start actually letting the universe know I'm serious about this. This is why I'm talking about creating this bank account for travel, okay? Number 1, mindset. Number 2, so you can stay ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, okay? Who's ready for number 2? Drop a number 2 for me in the comments. Sitting left from Estonia. Yes, Estonia. Oh my God. I heard Montenegro is so beautiful. I had a friend who went there either last year or this year. Okay, Maryland. And then thank you so much for all the roses, Miss Trinity. I appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for double tapping. Please don't forget to double tap while y'all are hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. It's free for y'all and it really means the world to us creators. Thank y'all so much. So y'all, number 2, the second budget travel hack. Y'all, let the flight prices choose your travel dates. I hope y'all, I want to make sure that y'all full screen. I want to make sure I understand y'all, these hacks that I'm sharing, you've motivated me to update my passport. Come on, Toms. Listen, y'all, I'm literally going through this masterclass right now. Hold on. How do we turn this thing around? I'm like an old lady. How do you turn this camera around? Y'all, this is the masterclass. This is, I give you the screenshots and everything, okay? Y'all, this masterclass is 55 slides of travel hacks, okay? 55 slides of travel hacks so that you can learn how to travel on a budget. Let the flight prices choose your travel dates. So many people make the mistake of being like, oh, well, I want to go to Paris and I'm going to go in November. And then you look at the calendar and you're going, yeah, I'm going to go the week of November 11th to November 17th. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay. Let the flight prices choose your travel dates. Y'all, last year, I told people earlier that, last year, we flew from Panama to Colombia for $150. Y'all, I almost paid twice. And mind you, I thought it was a pretty good deal. I was like, $300. I was like, for another country, which looking back, I'm like, no, that was too expensive. But anyway, listen, I told y'all I'm learning. I learned just like y'all learned, okay? I literally was like, I'm sorry, what? I was about to book, and then I saw that if I would have booked one day earlier, it was half the price. It was half the price. As an Ecuadorian, I didn't want Americans here, but your kindness and generosity taught me it's time to let people in. Oh, well, I'm happy to hear it. I mean, listen, I know the U.S. Americans do not have the best reputation. Let's just call it what it is. Okay, we do not have the best reputation around the world. So I can understand the perspective of like, oh, I don't want a bunch of whatever gringos coming here and doing like blah, blah, blah. Like I really do try to, and I always try to reiterate the importance of whenever you go, whether you're just traveling or you're living abroad, respect the culture. Okay, respect the people. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a Karen. It is something that I do try to reiterate. So thank you for saying that. But yeah, y'all. So last year, we literally were about to pay more than twice the price. And then at the last minute, I was like, oh shit. One day earlier, $150 less. Let the flight prices choose your travel dates. My favorite tool to use this is Google Flights. There are other ones out there that you can use, but that's the one that I like to use. Another snake oil salesman. Another troll. Welcome. You can troll me. That's fine. Just please double tap. That's all I ask. If you're going to come in here and talk shit, if you're going to take the time out of your day to come in here, to come into a voluntary live just to be an asshole, I'm not even mad at it. You're bored. Your life is boring. Your life is sad. this is what you need to do. That's cool. I just asked you to double tap, okay? I'm like, if you're gonna troll me, at least give some engagement. I appreciate it, okay? All right, y'all, who's ready for number 3? Drop a number 3 for me in the comments. Y'all, there's like this sushi place here in Medellin that I've been like addicted to. I've already ordered from there like 3 times. Thank you so much, Moni. And y'all know the last night, Rappi. So Rappi is the app. Thank you for all the roses, Moni. Last night, Rappi had the nerve to be like, due to high demand, this company, this restaurant is not delivering right now. I was like, so I'm gonna try to order from there tonight. We'll see. Okay. So y'all, the third hack is to let the flight prices choose your travel destination. Listen. So we just talked about letting the prices choose your dates. Y'all, this is what a lot of people are not telling you about budget travel. Budget travel comes down to flexibility because, y'all, the law of supply and demand works across pretty much every industry in the world, okay? You don't have to stay up until 12 o'clock on a Tuesday or midnight. You don't got to stay up till midnight on a Tuesday to find you a good flight deal. There are great flight deals all day, every day. All day, every day, okay? Learn how to use, a matter of fact, let's do a little live right now. Let's do a little live demo right now. Somebody dropped their 3-letter airport in the comments. Let's see it. Drop your 3-letter airport. I'm just going to do the first one that I see. Bianca, I'm over here typing in Google Translate. That's how you know I'm so used to being abroad now. Over here talking about Google Translate. Google Flights. That's where I'm trying to go. Yeah, drop whatever I don't know what it's called. I want to say a ticker. That's for stocks. Whatever your airport code, whatever it is, drop the 3 letters in the comments. I'm going to give you a live example right here. BNA. Where's that? BNA. Yeah, where is that? Nashville. Hey, neighbor. I actually was hanging out with a guy here in Columbia the other day who's from Nashville. Okay, so y'all, we on Google Flights, right? So you want to go up here to, where the hell is my mouse? Here it is. You want to go up here to explore, okay? So she said, what? I forgot already. B and A. Okay, so we're going to type in B, N, A. Boom. And then we're just going to leave. You can change the stuff if you want, like if you want to change the dates. Y'all, 1 week trip in the next 6 months. Okay, boom. We're going to come over here to the map, okay? So this is the U.S., so we're going to zoom out a little bit because we're trying to leave the country, all right? We trying to leave the country, all right? So if we come, I mean, you can obviously do this for any continent, but look at this. Let me zoom in a little bit. Barcelona, $385. Rome, $476. Munich, which is in Germany, $528. Paris, $434. Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, $381. Y'all be over here acting like flights are so expensive. Learn how to look for the best flight deals. San Jose, Costa Rica, $263. I don't know where Cuenca is. What country is this? Is this Ecuador? Or is this? Yeah, this is Ecuador. Oh, it just went away wherever that was. Bogota, Colombia, $460. Y'all, can y'all just promise me one thing? Can you promise me that after leaving this live, you're never going to say that flights are too expensive? Medea, listen, I know. I told y'all. The travel hacks are out there. The travel hacks are out there. They're just waiting for you to learn them. Y'all, it's just like, people be so mad, like, oh, well, this person, when they got all this money and they do this and they do that, or they don't pay this money in taxes and they don't do this. And I'm like, y'all can hate or y'all can learn. If you want to learn how to travel on a budget, learn. You've already learned thousands of skills in your life. You can learn how to travel on a budget. Y'all, the things I'm showing you today, it's just the tip of the iceberg. And I go into more details on all of this in my budget travel masterclass. Y'all, the budget travel masterclass is in my bio. It is a $47 investment, and you will literally learn how to save thousands of dollars on travel for the rest of your life. This was Google Flights journey. Y'all, the information is out there. Okay, the information is out there, but you have to take advantage of it. Okay, like you can't expect somebody else to do it for you. Like you can keep talking about how much you're welcome. You can keep talking about how much you want to travel, or you can make it happen. All right, y'all, I gotta get off of here. I thought like, yeah, I was supposed to get off here at 12. It's already 12:12. But I hope I pulled up in time. Empress, I'm actually about to get up off of here. You're my fur baby. Listen, we love a fur baby. We love a fur baby. But y'all, like I said, it literally, all of these things that I've talked about today, I go into more detail in all of these in my Abroad on a Budget masterclass. Like I said, it's a one-time investment. Anytime y'all get any of my products free or paid, the more I learn, the more you learn. Okay, I've already updated this masterclass 3 times. You know why? Because I keep learning more budget travel hacks. Y'all, my husband, who was supposed to be here tonight, but he won't be because his flight was delayed. I was like, don't even worry about that, because I'm gonna send you a website where they're gonna pay you. They're gonna pay you because your flight was delayed. Oh yeah, you're not coming till tomorrow. You get us some money then. You get us some money. Okay? I'm telling y'all, the travel hacks are out there. Okay? For those of you who want to learn more, you're so welcome, Journey. Like I said, the budget travel masterclass is at the link in my bio, y'all. Take advantage, grab it out of there. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Make sure y'all hit that follow button. And yeah, I will catch y'all next time. Bye, y'all.